Today is the 7th anniversary of the Manchester Arena attack, which killed 22 people.
And to mark the date, the mother of one of the victims will complete an almost 200-mile walk from Manchester to Downing Street as part of her campaign for greater security at public venues.
Figen has called for legislation known as Martyn's Law since her son, Martyn, died in the bombing. Let's have a look at her journey so far.
Honest to God, the things we have to deal with and go through to get this damn legislation done.
Well, Figen is with us now. Morning, Figen. To you on a significant day, a significant date after this very, very long journey you have undertaken. How are you feeling about the day ahead?
Well, it's going to be a momentous day. I normally go quiet on the anniversary, switch all my social media off and just have a day of reflection. Today is going to be totally the opposite. I'm going to be very out there, but it's for an important reason, obviously.
That reason being, you will get to Downing Street in a couple of miles' time with a letter. What does that letter to the Prime Minister say?
The letter is basically asking the Prime Minister to give us an absolute guaranteed date for when the legislation is going to go to Parliament. It's been 5 years since the campaign started, and I have had a telephone conversation in December 2022 on what would have been Martyn's 35th birthday on the 15th of December 22. And in this telephone conversation, Rishi Sunak told me that he's very, very committed to the legislation and he will get it done as soon as possible. And that's 18 months ago. So I am basically now asking him to keep his promise.
And Figen, that phone call and that earlier promise, I guess, is why you started this walk in the first place. On the journey that you have been on, what have you learned? Who have you spoken to and who has helped you?
Well, we've spoken to obviously lots of security experts who are sort of confirming that this legislation is absolutely important. And we've had lots of support on the way. We had people from the ambulance service, from the fire service join us. We've had the general public join us, people beeping their horn in support. We've had lots of people from education, from the academic side. Lots of people walked with us, and also, more importantly, we've had other victims of terrorism who walked with us alongside because they, like me, don't want this to happen to anyone else again.
Which must have made this an enormously emotional experience for you, exhausting and emotional.
Yes, yeah, you're right on both accounts. We've had very emotional moments because people have been so kind and literally just shared this journey with us, but also we've had obviously challenging moments. The weather has been very challenging in both ways. We've had rain and we will have rain today for the last 3 miles we're doing, unfortunately. But we've also had sunshine, and although that's very welcome, when you walk all day, it can get rather tedious, the sun.
And Figen, I imagine today you won't be taking any, I don't know, how can I put this? You are going to want a very specific answer from Rishi Sunak, aren't you?
Yes, absolutely. I'd like a date, please. when this is going to be introduced in Parliament. As I said, I'm a very patient person, but I've waited 18 months since that phone call, and it's about time he commits to it actually with a proper date.
And when you get to Downing Street and you finally have a rest after these 200 miles, is there one moment, one encounter that will always stay in your mind, which kind of sums up what this journey has been like for you?
Do you know, we've even had little children walk with us. There are so many special moments during that walk. I couldn't pinpoint any single one, to be honest. It's been the whole 2 weeks. Walking has been an emotional roller coaster, really, if I'm honest. Me personally, we had funny moments, of course, as well. Me personally, I'm only 5 foot short, and I have walked over 500,000, more than 500,000 steps. My co-campaigner Nick is, of course, much taller than me, and he was on average 10,000 steps a day less than me. So there were funny moments as well, but on the whole, it's been incredible.
And all of it with Martyn's backpack on your shoulders.
Yes, absolutely. I had Martyn's backpack with me all the time, most of the time. There was one day it was raining so heavy I didn't want it to get wet. So, but apart from that, I had it on me all the time, and it's with me now.
Figen, we wish you well for those last 3 miles today. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you very much.